Imagine a world where every conspiracy is real and somebody has to clean it up. Who gets money, who gets raised, and who decides? In Hitman, that someone is you. You're the scalpel against the chaos agents tearing the world apart. It's a childish power fantasy, but it's also one of the most captivating atmospheres in games. In the world of Assassination, or Hitmanverse as I'd like to call it, conspiracies rule the world. One of such conspiracies are the Providence, who are essentially the Illuminati with better suits. They consist of very powerful individuals who control the media, war machines of the world, and the industry. And these people control governments on all sides. They are the big bad of the world, at least right now. And that's where the player comes in. Agent 47 serves an organization called the ICA, which is judge, jury, and the executioner as well. It offers high-end hitmans for hire to do the bidding, officially only for the, or against, the unworthiest individuals. But sometimes accidents happen, and yeah, they still get paid. The point of the game is to effectively kill these well-studied, powerful individuals who represent the worst in crime. Some examples of these include war criminals, terrorists, and cartel leaders, among others. But hey, it's fun to be given the moral justification to get these bastards. The characters rarely leave much space for feeling bad for them. They behave like GTA pedestrians. They are made to be hated, from their dialogue to their mannerisms and stories. On the other hand, the non-target characters in Hitman are made to be quite the opposite of GTA. They seem normal, sympathetic, and far from evil, even the guards and the goons. Accidentally or purposefully wrecked civilians bring me PTSD-like symptoms, and the magic wears off. Am I the bad guy? Our targets surely are. They leave little for the imagination, seemingly flamboyantly swinging their notoriety around like a badge of honor. Reality in comparison is very boring. Picture this. In a quiet morning in March 18, 1969, a calm man exits his house in Washington, D.C. He picks up his morning newspaper and eats a bagel. He sits for a while on a park bench to read the headlines, doing whatever it is that normal people do. He enters a grey building in the so-called Foggy Bottom and starts a meeting. "Launch Operation Menu," he says. That day, the bombings of Viet Cong sanctuaries initiated. Later reports confirmed that tens of thousands of civilians died in the attacks, the price of winning a war thousands of miles away. The man, Henry Kissinger, was known as a calm and an intelligent person, quite a friendly bloke, a man like any other. He was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for his efforts later in life. He just happened to cause the deaths of thousands of innocent civilians during the peace. He would not make a great target in a video game. You know, too much nuance, too much grayness. Where Kissinger is a boring bureaucrat, almost morally invisible to the media surrounding the greatest country in the world at the time, in Hitman the evil is bombastic and theatrical. He feels like a person with a target tattooed on his back. In the video game Hitman World of Assassination, there is a target named Silvio Caruso, a brilliant but unstable scientist who lives on the knife's edge, haunted by his past. He's developing a deadly virus that is some sort of an ultra-virus. He is the brain of the operation and everybody knows it. The game offers compelling reasons why he is the Hitler of this moment. Without you, the world is faced with great peril. And yes, the lab is located under an insane mansion in a picturesque Italian village by the sea. In contrast, Kissinger was boring. With or without him, the world goes on, and war crimes go on. And everyday evil. Caruso is interesting. He's evil on steroids. He's everything you want to kill. And he gets whacked. Kissinger, well, he lived to be 100 years old and died in 2023 in great affluence. This nonchalant outlook on evil is explored in Hannah Arendt's classic Eichmann in Jerusalem. Arendt covers the Nazi bureaucrat's trial about his responsibility in arranging the Holocaust. You heard it right, the Holocaust. We're comparing a video game to a person who's done the Holocaust. Okay, I know this is a bit over the line, but we're gonna go with it, okay? She finds that evil can be just completely and utterly dull and mundane. The great evil Eichmann was just following rules and orders. He felt little one way or the other. It was simply his job. We think of these people as cogs in a huge machine, and this thinking, while comforting, hand-waves the amount of downright vile choices they had to make along the way. To pull a trigger is one thing. To tell dozens to pull triggers until morale improves, that's another. And I'm sure you wouldn't do neither of these things. Our goat, Friedrich Nietzsche, also talked about this in his book Thus Spoke Zarathustra. Yes, I'm gonna talk about Nietzsche, I know. He coined this often mishandled term of Übermensch here. This concept is often misrepresented by connecting it to Nazism, which is definitely not a nice thing to be connected to. An elevated being, in Nietzsche's view, would be free of moral constraints, although we're gonna slightly misconstrue this topic later on. Of course, as I said, you would not be evil, as you are a being not controlled by a couple of nerds telling you what to believe. And here is where we misconstrue this. We feel, as the character Agent 47, that we escape the norms of thought and moral posturing about pacifism and the separation of, judges, juries, and executioners, all of this. We place our character's moral code within the game's systems. Are civilians just the meat wall, or do we actually use disguises and cunning to minimize casualties? In practice, however, the outcome in the game is literally A, lose, or B, kill targets and move on. Not a very Übermensch thing to do to me, but hey, it is a thought that counts. The virtual world provides a space where we have control. It feels that even if we are in an universe full of chaos and disparity, we can fix it. And evil in the game is like in an anime. Clear emotions, clear goals, clear conflicts, and all that's not to say that the writing is bad, however. The targets emphasize their character, which allows the player to understand and predict them better. It is also a fact that assassinating a character is not fun unless they have a really punchable face. I don't know how else to put this, but this hyperbolic world is what makes Hitman click. It's refreshing to live in the fantasy, to go to Dubai Towers, political auctions in Paris, Italian virus labs. The levels of the game feel like snow globes of intricate design. We see the people talk about their lives, the guards taking their breaks, and the world as a whole changes around our actions. A crowd scatters when there's a fight. Alarms create panic. Characters' routines can change when enough time has passed. I love to live in this hyper-reality where the world is constantly interesting, with microscopic stories everywhere. The assassinations in the game feel more real than reality. The emotions are heightened, the stories are vibrant and easy to inhale, the evil is luscious and damp. We feel like a voyeur in this aquarium of assassinations, the Groundhog's Day of a day in Agent 47's life. All of this is because reality is a pain in the ass. All of the grayness. Of course, we look for simulations of realities that allow us to impact the world. It's simple entertainment, but it never feels dumb. Hitman is not a deep game in writing, but the atmosphere holds me like no other. It is very satisfying. Just let me kill Hitler again, please. Get it straight into my veins. Straight into my veins.
Targets down. Now destroy the virus.
Hey, hopefully you liked the video, and if you did, I'm gonna be making a lot more of these, probably about once per 2 weeks or once a week. And next week I'll be making a bonus video to this one that's about the new James Bond game that the creators of Hitman have been working on. That's gonna come out very soon. And if you like the video, just give it a like and a subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video then, okay? Thanks for watching.